Franchise.
Get in like the Marines.
Franchise.
Yeah. We're
Franchise.
in.
Franchise. Franchise the damn thing.
Welcome to Franchise Addicts, a podcast covering every film in a given franchise. My name is Luke.
And I am Chris.
And this week we are recapping the Batman franchise. Typically we cover a film in the franchise. Today we are recapping all of the films in the Batman franchise, with the caveat of those that we covered. There are many Batman movies we did not cover.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah, Ben Affleck, all the animated
Adam West.
ones.
Was Adam West in an actual Batman movie?
Yeah.
The 66?
Yeah, there was a movie that... Was that before the TV show?
You know, I couldn't tell
During
you.
the run of
It
the
was around
TV
the
show?
same time.
Yeah. Whatever.
Not getting to... No West involved today.
Nope.
Sorry, Adam West fans.
No
I know
Adam
there's a lot
West.
of you out there. Just the stuff we've covered. Batman wrap-up. Wrapping up the Batman. What a franchise this has been. We are excited to dive into it. Unpack what we've been through for the last 7 weeks. Is that
Yeah,
it?
so we did 8 movies.
8 movies. So the last 8 weeks.
8 weeks of Batman. Last week's episode, The Batman, with my brother James, which is now currently the worst performing episode in Franchise Addicts history.
So far. Go listen,
far.
everybody. If you haven't listened to the Batman episode, his brother's great. Okay, and what else? Oh, also, all those listening to this episode, at the very end of this episode, we're going to do something pretty exciting. We're going to reveal the next franchise that we are going to cover as chosen by you, the people. We've got some great responses out there. Again, we were going between Die Hard, the Terminator movies, the Indiana Jones movies, and Evil Dead. You'll find out which is going to be covered next at the end of this episode. But for now,
Not gonna be Evil Dead.
hey, you never know. I mean, something could happen during the next hour and a half or so. But for now, let's recap the Caped Crusader as only we can do.
Yep, so we got a couple of ways that we're going to be recapping it. We've got our fantasy draft of things within the Batman franchise, very similar to what we did with the Alien movies.
Yep.
We are going to go back through our ratings and rehash all of those. But first, let me introduce to you our guest that we have on this episode. We tried to get him on for a couple of our past episodes, but heck, why not bring him on to talk about all of the Batman movies? My good friend, Ben.
Hello.
Welcome to the show, Ben. Your takes on the Batman.
So, I listened to the very first episode you guys did on this, and the way that Chris feels about the first Batman movie, that's how I feel about Batman Forever. And it's probably about the generational differences because, Batman Forever came out, and I was probably right about 7 to 8.
Yeah.
So that was the first Batman movie, I didn't see it. It was too scary for me because I was too young. Same with Batman Returns. But then Batman Forever, that was my wheelhouse. So I watched that. We recorded it on our VCR off of Direct TV back in the day. So that's how I watched it all over and over again. Thought it was the best movie ever. Thought it was amazing. Didn't see any of the problems that I tried watching it last night, and it is not the best movie.
Yeah, but it's that nostalgia. I get it.
It is.
And
so I'm definitely blind to it. It's is it good? Is it a good movie? No, but it'll always have a special place in my heart because that was Batman for me.
Forever.
Yes.
I get that, and yes, I am the resident old person, of course, in this mix here. An old millennial that grew up on those Tim Burton movies. Okay, so that's it. And then, I mean, what else? Ben? Did you? What were your thoughts on the Nolan movies? On the Reeves movies? Any thoughts?
Sure. Yeah. So I remember going to Batman and Robin, and I was, even as a kid, as a 10-year-old, I knew that movie wasn't any good. And then so I was really excited when they brought it back in 2005 for Batman Begins. Saw that movie in the theater with my friend Salter. Shout out, he's one of the biggest Batman fans that I know. and then we thought it was amazing. I watched it like that next Thanksgiving. It came out on like DVD release. I remember watching it at my aunt's house, like, and they all kept falling asleep and kept rewatching it. So I watched it like 5 times when one Thanksgiving in like 2006 or whatever. And I thought that movie was amazing. And then obviously Dark Knight comes out, and that's just like, generationally, it's just a touch point. It's just everyone adores that movie. It's probably considered one of the best superhero movies of all time. Obviously, I thought it was amazing too. And then, yeah, like I wanted to be on the Dark Knight Rises episode with Luke because I know how he defends that movie, and I feel kind of the same way about it too. That it gets raked through the mud unnecessarily, and really, it's not that bad. It's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I mean, do people really think it's bad?
There's a lot of people that think it's bad.
I feel like people think
Yeah.
it's not as good as The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people maybe will put it below Batman Begins. But I mean, this is still, like, I feel like it's still pretty high.
Yeah, I think the main thing that people forget when they're comparing the 3 movies is that, and we touched on it in our episodes, the last 30 minutes of Batman Begins is not very good.
Yeah.
And the last 30 minutes, 45 minutes of The Dark Knight is not very good. And the end of Rises is really good.
But the first hour, not so much. But hey, guess what? 87% on Rotten Tomatoes. The world, by and large, does enjoy this movie.
Well,
It's
That
still
movie.
a Christopher Nolan Batman movie. I mean, you can't be that critical of it. It's still amazing. I think that, are there issues with it? Yeah, obviously, but it was just, people didn't like it as much because it didn't live up to The Dark Knight. And I think Luke made this point on your guys' podcast that Heath Ledger died, so you can't bring him back, and that was like the star of the other movie. So I don't know. I think it's very unfairly looked at by history, but I think it still holds up.
yeah, it'd be like if for some reason in the Star Wars movies, like, you couldn't bring Darth Vader back for Return of the Jedi, and you'd just be like, oh, why can't we have our best villain available for our final movie? Well, he doesn't exist anymore.
Like, guess what, guys? We got something even better. His name's Darth Maul.
That'd have been sick.
Darth Maul
He's
was
got a double lightsaber. Don't worry about it. He's like Star Wars evil Satan.
Yep.
Ish. I don't know.
Second best
You think
Star
that?
Wars movie.
Okay. I mean, hey, one of these days, I feel like because of these hot takes, that's gonna lead us to eventually have to go down the Star Wars road. But that's a long time from now. Maybe in a galaxy further away.
Yeah, I'm going to keep pushing Star Wars off for Infinity.
For
Yes,
Infinity,
for
yeah.
Infinity.
Well,
Don't get me started on the Phantom Menace, Luke. I know you love it.
I
I know
know.
you do.
he's the one person.
It's the Shazer curse.
Yes.
We all were exactly the right age to fall in love with that movie unrealistically.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh,
Are you an angel?
I
Answer the question.
I won't. But I do love Natalie Portman, and I wish she thought I was an angel.
She's
Yeah.
pretty. No, she's great. Yeah,
she
just
is.
what about what? I don't. Whatever.
I talk about it
the pod races.
when people ask me why I like that movie and why I particularly like Natalie Portman. I'm like, I was 8 years old when I saw Natalie Portman for the first time. I was so head over heels in love with her.
Sure.
She was like my
We all were.
first childhood crush.
And again, nostalgia.
Yeah.
What a powerful
Yep.
drug. What a powerful
Exactly.
drug makes us like things that aren't really good.
Not good at all.
Oh.
Speaking of things that are not good at all, let's try fantasy drafting the Batman franchise itself.
Yeah, we are 3 men together. We got to do a draft.
Got to do something. Fun fact: Ben is the fantasy commissioner for the league that I have been in the longest.
Yeah?
We have weathered
True.
many storms together. Many people that don't want to be a part of it
Mm-hmm.
because they
Yep.
can't spend 5 minutes changing their lineups.
Boo. Is this the one you have a podcast for?
Yeah.
Yep.
Tim, the brother that hasn't been on the show, and I discuss our league in the most niche podcast of all time.
For sure.
A fantasy football podcast about a specific league.
Hey, you know what? There's an audience for everything. Except for that last episode we did on the Batman. There's not an audience for that
20
yet.
people listen.
Well, it's only been a few days.
60% of them shut it off 40% of the way through.
Well, hey, you know what? It's a long episode. Maybe you're looking at it the wrong way. Maybe they had to take a break because they were like, "Oh my gosh, there's so much I need to
So
unpack
many
and digest."
hot takes.
And they, you
Yep.
know, it's a busy week. There's other things going on. I don't know if you, and so they're gonna finish it. So, anyways, it's a great episode. Go listen to the Batman. So, the fantasy draft, how's it gonna work?
All right.
What are the categories? Yeah, tell
We've
us.
got 7 categories. These can be selected at any time. You don't have to go in order. So we're not, obviously picking first category first and so forth all the way down. Any of the categories can be picked at any time. We've obviously got 3 of us going. It will be a snake draft, so whoever picks third in the first round will pick first in the second round, and so forth. The order of the draft is Chris, Luke, and then Ben. And here are the categories. We are picking a Batman, so a person who portrayed Batman in one of the movies. We've then split it to also include Bruce Wayne. So you get to pick one of the actors that portrayed Bruce Wayne, a main villain, a Batmobile, a non-villain character, a theme song.
Now, more like a main theme.
Main
Score.
theme.
I feel like
the-
score.
Well, the main themes of the score for the movie.
Yes.
And finally, a love interest.
For Batman.
Yeah.
The Batman's love interest.
Always interested to see how these go. Last time it was just 2 of us. This time we've got 3 on.
Gonna make it interesting.
Like I said, Chris has the first pick in the draft, so the board to you, sir,
I'm on the clock?
is open.
Okay, hold on. I'm on the clock here. I'm going to consult here. Let me make a couple cell phone calls, see what's going on. All right. Okay, the pick is in. The pick is in. And in true dude that is doing a podcast about Batman movies that's, middle-age-ish, the pick is in, and with the first pick of the Batman Franchise Addicts draft, Chris picks for his main villain, the Heath Ledger Joker. You knew it was, yeah.
That's a good first pick.
And an obvious one. I
Yeah.
almost feel, but you know what? I'm doing it. It's good. It's gonna make my team super strong. Christian
Yeah.
McCaffrey, except he's gonna play.
Yes, agreed. That is the consensus number 1 overall pick
It is.
for sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Set it and forget it. Okay, that brings us to Luke. Luke, you're on the clock.
I didn't realize how tough this is going to be, especially
Yeah.
navigating these different categories.
Tell us your thoughts here
I don't really know where Ben's going to go, and he gets to pick twice.
Oh yeah, strategy
Yeah.
is important here.
Gosh. I am also going to go main villain,
It's important.
and I'm going to go Tom Hardy's Bane. I got to get Bane.
It was picked
I think I could have potentially got him later, but I wanted to make sure that I don't think I feel as strongly about any other person portraying a character as I do about Tom Hardy's Bane.
My draft stock rises from the dark. All right, Ben, you're on the clock.
By the way, you guys think he did too much Bane voice? I can never get enough. It's just everything's funny in the Bane voice. Just keep it
That's-
coming.
That's the secret.
That is the secret sauce.
Yeah, there's
do
never
it-
too much.
You just blow everyone's expectations out of the water, as Tom Hardy did with "That's what you think Bane sounds like," and
Yeah,
it becomes
absolutely.
iconic.
That's it. He was a
yeah.
man on a mission. He loves a good voice. Check him out
Well-
on the Bike Riders.
Since you guys, I think Bane's a little overdrafted there. Not to critique your pick out in real time.
on Bane.
It's really, there really is, after Heath Ledger, anything is really a good pick. It doesn't, that's its own tier.
Yep,
So
that's a tier 1.
Chris took the obvious layup there. I think for my first pick, I'm going to have to go with, and I know that this is a reach too, but this is just me picking with my heart.
That's what you need to
My
do.
number one Batman is Robert Pattinson.
Ooh.
Wow.
He's
Pattinson's
just
off the board.
he is just I don't know. I've seen a lot of Batman movies. The Batman is probably the best, most well done Batman movie in my opinion.
Wow.
Also, I want to point out too that I couldn't pick Will Arnett as Lego Batman
I know
Kevin-
that's a travesty.
or Kevin Conroy as Batman, the
Yeah.
animated series Batman. So they're not available to me. So
Well,
that
I
also
couldn't
goes
pick,
into it.
Mark Hamill's Joker.
Yeah, iconic. Mark
Or-
Hamill does the best Joker.
Zach Galifianakis, also a nice
Yeah,
Joker.
also very, very good. Yes.
The two boats.
All right, Libby, you get the turn.
Okay, the turn. So now this is where I'm going to go a little bit different. There's so many. You know what? I'm just going to get my Batman squared away right now, and just get my Bruce Wayne pick in there as well.
Don't do it.
I only had 3 different options for this category, and you might not think this is true. I'm going to pick Val Kilmer's
Gosh.
Bruce Wayne.
Oh,
No!
it took him right from you.
He's
Okay.
just, I mean, Christian Bale does a very good job, and so does George Clooney as
Tip
Bruce
picks.
Wayne, but Kilmer just, I mean, I don't know. It's because of my nostalgia, like Chris was saying.
He's being Kilmer.
That was my dark horse. I thought I could get him later.
Nope, he is not gonna fall. Val Kilmer's off the board. Really quickly, Ben. So you mentioned the Robert Pattinson Batman. What are some of your favorite? What made you go there? I know I just said kind of it's just my favorite, but like obviously there's a little more of the darkness, a little more detective work in that Pattinson.
Yes.
What does it for you?
Exactly what you just mentioned there. I think that no other movie has really depicts Batman like the way that the Batman does, and I think that's the most comic book true version of Batman. Is like, what is Batman? Yes, he's a crime fighter, but at the end of the day, Batman is a detective,
Mhm.
and he's like the best detective there is. He's like Sherlock Holmes in a dark suit and like with a weird bat complex. But like that's the best kind of Batman there is. He's not just like super rich and has gadgets and has this weird thing about beating people up. It's like he is an excellent detective, and that's what the Batman portrays the best with. And Pattinson, I think he's just like, Pattinson did those Twilight movies, and those are never going to be a franchise you guys talk about, I hope.
Who knows?
But I think like it's just so he's done so much from Twilight to like the Batman and like where he is today. It's just I feel like he's just a really, really good actor,
He is.
and
Have you
he's
seen
just born to play that.
Lost City of Z?
No.
Oh, he's fantastic in that movie.
Also,
Charlie Hunnam is the main character in that, but
Okay.
Pattinson plays kind of his sidekick. Very good.
got also
Yeah.
shout out for The Lighthouse and Good Times.
Oh, right. Yeah, The Lighthouse he's great in, too.
And he really
Yeah.
kind of like
Rob Eggers.
he goes for it. He
Yeah.
gets nuts.
Oh yeah.
Come
He
on,
is
you
not
want to get
afraid to
nuts?
go for
Come
it.
on, let's get nuts.
Yeah.
All
Totally.
right. I'm on the clock. I think I gotta, just because I'm worried about losing him potentially, I'm gonna take Christian Bale as my Batman.
All right. Christian Bale as Batman is off the board. Well,
Even though the voice is ridiculous.
What are you talking
It is.
about?
We did talk about the fact that that didn't start until the second movie. His Batman Begins Batman voice is fine.
I don't.
he gets. I mean, it's
Mostly.
fine. He does.
You
He
have the-
overdoes it in the second one.
You have the swear to me part,
That's
me.
Yeah.
but you are correct. It gets over the top in
Gosh,
Rises or in Dark Knight, and then in Dark Knight Rises is this it's at 11.
he is really taking it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll always be a big Nolan Batman supporter, and I think Christian Bale. I mean, he's better than he is as Bruce Wayne
Do you think
as Batman.
when people like rob places and put on masks, do they change their voice like Batman? Have they learned
They
like,
should.
man, I can't sound like myself?
Put the money in the bag.
I don't know. There's things to think about. Okay, guys. Well, that would mean it's on me.
Yep.
And so as a strategic gentleman, I know which, of course, I am nothing but. I don't need my Batman. My Batman, I can wait on my Batman. So I am going to go into an area that hasn't really been looked at yet, and I'm going to get my non-villain character out of the way. Now, you guys, some of this is going to have to be qualified. Question is, can I take Colin Farrell's The Penguin as a non-villain character? I feel like maybe the answer is no, and we can legislate this. Let's take it out. Let's get it out. I mean, because
Can I take the Tom Wilkinson's Falcone?
sure.
as a non-villain character? I
All
don't
right.
think so. He's
no,
definitely
he's
a villain.
he's a side villain. Okay. All right. Well, that's fine. I wanted to get out there and talk about it. There is, unfortunately, there's no place for Colin Farrell's Penguin in this draft because he's certainly not a main villain. But shout out to him and his television show, which wraps up next week, the series or the season finale of The Penguin on Max. Okay.
It's good.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm then gonna go, and I'm gonna take my love interest, and I'm gonna take Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, Selena Kyle. This team is stacked, baby. Heath Ledger, Michelle Pfeiffer, come on! What are you doing here? Come on! No, that's the way I'll get the Penguin in here. Hey! All right, and now I've got a second pick here. Woo! Let's take a look, and let's go with gosh, I don't need to really do Bruce Wayne. I'm gonna go with. I'm thinking of course, you know what I'm thinking of. As I'm doing this, and I'm thinking, and I'm vamping here. Let me just.
You can talk about things.
Sure.
When you're vamping
I'm talking
instead of
about.
just
Yeah.
the
No.
fact
So
that
you
you're
know.
thinking. So
Talk to me.
Ben, do you like Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, even though it's the single most ridiculous performance? I mean, if Danny DeVito's Penguin wasn't in that movie, the Catwoman performance would be so nuts.
Yes, you're correct. That whole movie is just over the top. That is Tim Burton just feeling himself, seeing what he can get away with. And I like Michelle Pfeiffer is before my time. Okay, like I get it, like iconic, and like very. Do I like the character itself in that movie? I don't personally, but I totally get why Chris would take her.
Mm-hmm.
I understand it. And yes, like you're totally right, Luke. If Danny DeVito is not doing whatever he's doing with the Penguin in that movie, she is ridiculous. But you could pick a lot worse for a love interest.
You said that you were too young and the Burton movies were too scary. Mm-hmm. After rewatching Returns, I might still be too young to watch that movie.
That movie is like nightmare inducing. Like I
man.
was like probably
Perfect
like
for me.
right at borderline to watch that movie. Like I was probably like 6 or 7.
I was like
do
8. I was 8, and I was like, "Let's go."
Yeah.
My dark
I
psyche
on
was
the-
like, "Yeah, damage,
I was
bring
on the
it
opposite side.
on, baby."
Yeah, that movie it has some choices that it makes, and I think unfortunately is kind of the down. I think Tim Burton could have made a great third movie, and he's very involved in Forever. Like it's called a Tim Burton movie. He doesn't direct it. Schumacher.
I think he produced it.
Yeah,
He produced it. I think he was supposed to direct it, and then they're like, "Yeah, we can't do that again." But yeah, and that's kind of. I think if he would have stuck on, then the franchise wouldn't have tanked like it did with Batman and Robin. But
Well, thank you guys for vamping. I've got it.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking, and I'm going through this non-villain character or the non-main character, and I keep getting crossed up because a lot of these good characters are technically villains. But then, guys, it hit me. It hit me like a ton of bricks. It hit me like someone that doesn't want to put any more suntan lotion on those models. It is Michael Caine's Alfred.
Wow.
yeah,
Yep.
That's a
is-
great pick.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, got to do it. He's my. There's some good Alfreds, right? Like the other Alfreds are nothing. Not too shabby. But yeah, no, Alfred is. He's the best Alfred there is.
Ruby, the size of a tangerine.
I just want to see you, Master Wayne.
Sipping Finid Blanc.
We won't talk to each other, but we'll look at each other and we'll know you've made it. I don't want to actually talk to you though. Just look
Why
at
do
me.
we fall?
Why do we fall, sir?
So we can learn, pick ourselves up again.
Oh, Michael Caine, you are a gem. What was his last name? Maurice Jones-Drew was his real name or something like that? Something? I don't know. I was listening back. His name is Maurice. I clipped that. Yeah, his real name, not Maurice Jones-Drew, but it is a Maurice, and then there are other names. Michael Caine, Alfred, my pick. Luke, the clock is on you.
I think the other categories are kind of open, but I want to make sure that I get this one. I'm gonna take the Batmobile from the Batman.
Oh, that
Oh,
was
so you
my
like that s-
top-rated Batmobile. I was looking at my list, and I was just gonna pick basically all kinds of stuff. Like my whole list is gonna be things from the Batman. So it's kind of good that I don't get that. But I think that it's definitely like that chase scene with the Penguin is just just the best. Like
Yeah,
I can't.
The sounds that it makes, the like super
Mhm.
high whine of the booster, the engine
Yes.
sounds, and the fact that it just is like a muscle car. Very,
Yeah, oh,
very
yeah.
cool.
It's
So good.
A lot of analog inside. So famously, right, the Batmobiles had like little screens inside,
Yeah,
nice
super
gadgetry.
gadgety.
And this one
Mhm.
doesn't. Also, I will say too, do we ever see that Batmobile? Do you ever see it? I mean, I feel like the whole movie for the most part is in the nighttime. But like I feel like we never really like it's almost like the alien in Aliens. Like we never really see that thing in full light.
And it's like used primarily as like a fear-inducing thing.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
It's interesting how it is used in other movies. It's very much right there in front of you. You can look at
Oh,
it. I
yeah.
know exactly what the Burton Batmobile looks like.
Yeah, that's because they take it apart completely in Returns.
That's very
and,
cool.
uh,
Oh man, when Danny DeVito can't get the controls to work anymore, he's just losing it, having a good old
yeah.
time.
I will say that you do see it in the Batcave in like the opening montage of the Batman. You see it behind him when he's like going through his night. But then other than that, it's like it has the one scene and then he drives it to the bat signal, but then most of the movie he's like tooling around on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Like either as Bruce Wayne or someone about to become the Batman.
I do love the fact that it looks like a car that if you were a 70s child, your dad paid more attention to than you.
for sure.
Totally. And I wouldn't blame him for that. It's a sweet car.
It's a very
Thankfully,
cool
none
car.
of us are 70s children, not even myself. But yeah, no, it is, and it's an interesting take. It's a very cool take. They zigged when other people zagged, right? And they're like, let's go more traditional and but also dark and mystic. All
Yeah,
right,
definitely
so
wanted to get that one. The other Batmobiles are cool, but that's the one. That was again.
They're
my-
not all
my
cool.
top-rated. Well, I mean, they're cool in their own way.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, Ben, you got
Okay.
two.
I got the turn. So I would probably at this point I probably would pick a villain, but since you guys both did that already, I can wait.
Can wait on villain.
Yeah, so I'm just not gonna address that till like the last round, which gives me a little bit of freedom here at this point. I'm going to go with love interest. I'm gonna go with this is a coin flip. Catwoman, Anne Hathaway.
Oh, Luke is upset.
Luke and I feel the same way about Anne Hathaway's Catwoman.
Scooped her, right?
And granted, Zoe Kravitz does a very good job
She's great.
with Catwoman as well. But
Hilarious.
yes,
She's very
Hathaway is like I don't know. she does stuff in that movie that I didn't think she could do, and like
Breaking
she's
those
like
wrists.
she does a good job.
Yeah.
The wrist break flip.
Looks great on a motorcycle.
She does that.
That's-
She does.
That's true. I'm never gonna argue with you on that.
hmm
All right, so we got one.
Okay, so that's my first. Now I can kind of, I don't know. I have a lot of different choices for theme song, so I'm gonna let that one play out because I could choose. I can get tons of winners there. It's super deep. That's like wide receiver in like the 7th round right now. I can sit on that for a while.
Play 0 wide receiver.
Yes, I don't want to do this. It's just out of necessity. Ugh.
Do it.
I'm gonna pick a Batmobile, and I have 2 that I'm debating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with the Tumbler for the Batmobile.
Okay.
The other one I was thinking about was the Batman Forever one with like the floppy little wings in the back, and it's like has this blue
There's
like
a lot
hue
of
to it, and it's
blue
like
happening.
he has a gear to it, and I love it. I love it just because that's my childhood. But with the Tumbler, you get not only like the whatever 8-wheel SUV thing that like can build bridges, but you can also get like that motorcycle thing that just suddenly pops out of it in the second movie. So
It's
you
pretty
get
awesome.
you get multiple uses with the Tumbler.
That's a good pick. That was, I'm gonna be thin at Batmobile in my team, but that's okay. All right, so now it's 2 on me. I'm gonna go ahead.
No, it's me.
Oh, that's right. I don't know how
get
drafts
I
work.
get to pick in the middle here.
You do. Okay. Crap.
Libby passed on theme song. I'm gonna pick a theme song. I believe I'm trying to think through in my head which ones do I like the best. I think I'm going to take the 89, the Batman 89 theme.
It's a good
With
one.
Danny Elfman.
The Danny Elfman. So I'm going with the 89 Danny Elfman score. I think when we were going through these, Chris and I talked a lot about the different scores in all the movies. Obviously, almost all of them are iconic, but I think that's the one that got me going the most when I heard it. We'll get to it later on my ultimate feelings for Batman 89, but the score is about as good as it gets.
Which I think we could. It's also the same as 92.
Yes.
They are the same. Very good pick. That was the first. That score was number 1 on my board.
Same
So,
here. Also, it's very. I mean, Elfman does the animated series
does
theme
he?
song too, and it's almost identical, but he uses the same kind of theme in it, and that's a very excellent song as well.
One of the few times little boy Chris went out and bought the soundtrack for Batman Returns so I could get that score
Yeah.
on compact disc.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that speaks to me. So bitter and discouraged and feeling
Churlish.
feeling like
Horrible.
there's just no hope anymore, and why move on? But I'm gonna move on because we must. And I'm gonna move on with picking my score, which is gonna be the Hans Zimmer score.
Yep.
Okay, which one? Like
Yeah, you do.
Hans Zimmer does a lot of.
Oh,
lot of
okay.
music.
I'll do Dark Knight.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe that would almost be a thing. Like, do you pick your composer? But we don't. So, but Hans Zimmer. If I have to specify, I'll say Dark Knight.
Okay.
But yeah. So, but that's actually a good question though. So, could Ben also pick Hans Zimmer different movie? Because then I could, if we're doing this, then I could say, I actually let me go to Tim Burton, or I'm sorry, let me go to Danny Elfman, Batman Returns,
But
and it's kind of like the same thing.
there's 3 like iconic composers.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I feel
that's
like
fine.
you
But
pick.
multiple scores.
I feel like
within
picking the
those.
composer,
Yes.
and
I
then
think
who does Reeves?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's someone that must do it. Clearly.
Giacchino, the guy who does the Lost soundtracks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, are we all comfortable with that?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
on
that's
the
fine.
fly?
So I get Elfman, you get Zimmer.
Okay. And then I'm gonna start the next round, I'm going to kick it off by claiming my Bruce Wayne. Now, I feel like, this is Bruce Wayne here, is like quarterback in a one quarterback league. You can wait on it. You wait on Batman, wait on Bruce Wayne. In my book, in my draft strategy, right? Because I'm kind of thinking like they're all gonna get about the same amount of points, right? There's that one that's like the variation from the mean is not quite as big in my mind, except obviously if you get like a Clooney Batman,
Right.
then you're losing. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give my Bruce Wayne to Michael Keaton
I figured that's where you're going.
because and I know I think that I'm alone in this, and if I could have waited and I could have got him, but I want to show some serious love to Batman 89, which I haven't done yet, and I want to do it right now. You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts. Michael Keaton, Bruce Wayne.
I feel like I had 3 choices for Bruce Wayne, and Keaton was not one of those 3.
Ooh.
Like, I understand it's iconic. He just gets like he's a little too
Come
on the fringe there. And granted, I like it when he does that. You want to get nuts, But he's not. I think he's a better Batman than Bruce Wayne, in my opinion. Humbly.
He sits in his study in the thinking man's pose, just waiting for the bat signal to show up. How does he get rid of Vicky Vale in that one scene when he puts? I don't know. That's actually maybe Batman. But the point is, he gets things done. He's mysterious. Yep. He wears a lot of black turtlenecks, and he has wild '80s hair.
He does.
He does, and he
True.
also has this. He skips that CD like a DJ. I mean, come on, like that's amazing. What other Bruce Waynes are laying down DJ skips with a compact disc? The answer's none.
He's a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Beetlejuice himself.
All right, man. Well, I can wait on a Bruce Wayne because you guys have picked that. I can wait on a love interest. So that brings me to my non-villain character. Now this one is wide open. It's all over the place.
It's tough. A lot of people are villains.
They are. I don't have a representation. Well, I suppose I have Christian Bale, so I got my Nolan representation there, and Bane. I'm gonna take Morgan Freeman's Lucius Fox.
Okay,
Okay.
Mr. Wayne.
I love Morgan Freeman in just about every movie. He is just kind of doing Morgan Freeman stuff in these movies.
Absolutely, he is just busy. Morgan Freeman as himself.
He's got a couple of funny lines. He gets to like coyly talk about the fact that he knows that Bruce Wayne is Batman all the time. So he's just doing his thing.
He's doing his Morgan thing.
I like Lucius Fox. He's a good part of those movies, even though he's kind of not needed. But
he's fun. He brings the
he
charisma.
He sees the terrible effect that the cell phone machine has as a detriment to that movie, as a Deus Ex Machina thing
Yes.
that didn't need to be a part of it, and he blows it up. Good job, Lucius.
He sure does.
A CEO with a conscience.
Yep. Who also, we find out in Dark Knight Rises, has bankrupted Wayne and
Not a very good CEO at all. What's
I think
he
that was
been
more
doing?
Bruce Wayne. That was more Bruce Wayne building his rocket ships and nuclear
Bruce Wayne was
options.
peeing in jars and like holed up for 8 years doing God knows what. Morgan Freeman is sitting there in charge of everything, making war machines,
know, but-
not feeding the orphans.
If Lucius Fox can hide an entire department, you think he could cook the books a little bit?
Yeah, you'd also like. Can we talk about the fact that Lucius Fox hates
Not
orphans?
very good at calculation.
And he doesn't want to feed the orphans. The
That
dark,
was
the dark side
That wasn't
of
his
Lucius
fault.
Fox.
That was a Wayne family decision. That,
Sure.
Could I have taken Lau as a non-villain character?
I mean, I would allow it.
Where's Lau?
Let's go to calculations.
Chinese will never extradite their own.
That's right. But I'll do it in a badass. Can we fly to Tokyo? Can we get everyone to go to Tokyo? Sure.
Yes, just
Batman
for the
International.
Japanese number.
All right.
Yes.
Lucius Fox,
All right, is it-
my non-villain character. Ben,
You're on the 2.
All right, that was a good pick, Luke. I didn't have him on my board. I did think about putting him on my board, and now like my non-villain character is just I have a plethora of options in this category, so I gotta go non-villain character, and I have 3 different choices that I'm considering.
Let's hear
I
'em.
think that honorable mention Andy Serkis's Alfred,
Yeah.
very good.
Okay.
Doesn't have a lot to do
Thought
in that
about-
movie.
Thought about taking him.
Yeah, he does it he does a very good Alfred. You
Buff
know,
Alfred.
he hits all the checkpoints of yes, I'm well aware that I'm not your father. You know, here's your dad's cufflinks. You know, you
Just
gotta
gets-
keep up appearances. You know, it's the
Just gets
connection
hated
to.
on by Bruce Wayne the entire
God!
Oh yeah,
Alfred! Get away!
it's
Dad, did you steal those cufflinks?
Get out of my room!
oh man, it is funny that you mentioned that. It's like he's like it's like he's like the one person Bruce Wayne can't bear to see like hurt, and yet he just treats them just like human garbage that whole movie, and it's like utterly surprised that he can figure out some of the ciphers. Like, oh, Alfred can do some stuff. I thought he was stupid.
I just
But-
put it in the machine. I've been here all day trying to figure this out by pen and paper. Yeah, whatever,
But-
Alfred. We don't care.
I do love Andy Serkis. I think he's a very excellent actor. So I'm not going to go with him.
Okay.
Then the other one that now it's like I either do Gary Oldman, which I want to do. I think he's great. He's a treasure. But I have to follow my heart, and my non-villain character is Chris O'Donnell's Robin.
Oh, I fell out of my chair.
Wow.
Whoa.
Let me
Whoa.
explain.
Sure.
So, my brother really loved Batman, and I was a younger brother, so that meant I couldn't like Batman, so I had to like Robin.
Aw.
So I had all kinds of Robin action figures, and Chris O'Donnell was like very hot at that time when that movie came out, and I think he does a pretty good job. He does, you know, is he over the top a little bit? Holy rusted metal Batman.
Oh.
What? You know, it's full of holes. You know, holy.
He's not that bad in Forever. He's really bad in Batman and
Yes.
Robin.
I agree. I don't want the Batman and Robin. I want the Batman Forever version
Okay.
where he's
I'll
like
allow it.
he's pretty sweet. He's like, you know, a gymnast. He's like, you know, all these like random chicks are like coming on to him for no reason.
He takes
Like,
the
and then he
Batmobile
saves
out
that one
drunk.
girl.
He knows
Yeah,
how to do
yeah,
his
he-
own laundry.
He really knows that laundry. Kung Fu
Oh, yeah.
style laundry. My
So,
goodness.
I don't feel that bad with that. I think it's were there better options probably, but that's what I had to
See,
go with.
I thought you were going to say Jeffrey Wright.
Oh, that's if James was here, that would have been his pick.
Because that honestly, before I thought of Alfred, I was going there. But
Since
Yeah.
the category is now filled, I did have I was going to potentially pick Joseph Gordon-Levitt's
I thought that you might.
Yeah.
non-Robin character.
Yes,
So-
I think he's good too.
Ben gives Robin a little bit of love.
I do. I had to. And since I'm on the turn and I got nothing else to lose here, I'm gonna go break the seal on the Gotham category.
Mm.
And
Oh,
which one do I want? I don't know. I mean, with Gotham, I'm assuming the category is like pick a Gotham in one of these movies, and that's the Gotham that your Batman
Yes, I would also
inhabits.
urge you to go with like I feel like the Burton Gotham, right? Like can we go with like director essentially? Like
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
As opposed
Yeah.
to particular movies. So you got Schumacher Gotham.
Schumacher Gotham,
Woo! It's a wild time.
Burton Gotham,
Yeah.
Nolan Gotham,
Yes.
and Reeves Gotham.
Absolutely. There you go.
Also, this was a category that I forgot to list at the top, but it was a part of our original thing for those
Yep.
listening. along.
I was not
Okay.
thinking of it until now, but now it's on my board.
Nope,
Okay.
definitely was a part of the thing that I had sent.
No, you did.
Sorry
I,
if I-
No,
yeah.
I recall that we did talk about it
did,
as well.
We did technically prepare for this.
Yeah, no, it's very good. So tell us, break the seal with Gotham. What is your
Okay.
number one Gotham off the board?
I think I'm gonna have to go with the Batman.
No.
It just has the best characters. It's like the
Yeah.
most fleshed out crime scene. I'm kind of getting the Penguin in that as well.
100%.
I had originally ranked higher than that was Nolan's, but I don't know. I think that I like that universe where they're going with it. It's got a ton of actors in it. It's like really gritty. I think it's just kind of the most realistic as opposed to Shoemaker, which is basically Shoemaker is just an extension of Burton and a worse version of it. So
With lots of neon.
yeah, totally.
So much
And
neon.
statues,
Yeah.
huge statues.
Yin Yangs. That's a great one. I said I reacted like I said oh because I wanted to pick that one.
Okay.
All right.
That was my first pick too.
It's a good one.
for that
Okay.
category.
Yeah. All right, Luke. You're
Uh,
on.
now
It's very complicated at this point.
I could take another one of your picks here and pick what I assume you're gonna pick for your Gotham.
Me?
Yeah.
You don't know?
I think that's what, from a strategy standpoint, that is what I have to do
Damn.
because the other categories you both have picked in.
Be
so
smart.
I am going to take. Nah, I'm not going to do it to you. Oh,
Do it. Go ahead.
I gotta go with my heart. What I actually believe. I'm going with Nolan's Gotham.
Good.
I mean, I know what you're gonna pick, but
It's,
I don't actually believe it.
That's
I would have just
good.
been taking it out of spite.
well, I'm glad you didn't do that. We don't behave that way. We're not spiteful here. We're not like the citizens of Gotham.
And I didn't want to go for the joke and pick Schumacher's because I could try to talk myself into thinking that it's like fun and like
those race scenes though.
oh my gosh.
That the blacklight gangs.
Those movies have not only not aged well, just in the fact that they have not aged well, but in the me watching them recently have not aged well, and me thinking about them
Just
over
think
the last
back.
couple weeks.
You're like, oh God.
To go straight from Schumacher to Nolan
Yeah.
is
What an upgrade.
Wow.
Now,
Yeah.
what? I know we said that's the Nolan Gothams, but like, if you had to pick one of the three movies that really like does it for you, that like really like, or maybe that,
It's
or
The
like
Dark
one
Knight.
or okay, and like like one or two scenes that really are like this is where that Gotham shines.
Well, The Dark Knight's easy because where Gotham really sings in those is the opening scene, that opening shot, where they're going from building to building, across the cable, and then the incredible chase scene that ends with the 18-wheeler getting flipped over.
Yep.
It's great.
Yeah, I don't really need like the blown up version Rises or the Narrows part of Batman Begins.
Yeah.
So, yeah, give me the big Chicago looking
Yeah.
Dark Knight set.
Now, I think that, in my opinion, since it's on me, I think that the Nolan Gotham is the most realistic because in many times it is kind of just like, yeah, it's a city.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he's getting in and out of cars, right? You just see it. Oh, yeah, it's Chicago. Okay, cool. And I mean, now that works because a major point of especially the last two Batman series is to make it realistic. But of course, I am going to. I think now I've got to it's all stuff that's already been picked.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep,
So
we're just
it's
closing out the categories.
all right. So I will, since we're talking about it, I'm gonna do the Burton Gotham, of course. It's comic booky. It's over the top. It's beautifully represented in the parade scene with the Joker, where all those they're just clamming for those Joker bucks, or the newscasters that can't put on the beauty products and they get so many zits if they don't shower for a couple days. And what else? I mean, the citizens of Gotham. I mean, the Christmas parade, and I mean, which is of course we all love, and we love Matt Shrek.
Yeah,
And he's the godfather of Gotham.
Love Max.
And just the wacky theatrical the Tim Burton of it all. So
Yes.
that's and so it's got the style, the buildings that you see are they're exaggerated. I love it. So glad to do that. And now
You've got
It's got a very good sewer system too.
a
'cause-
great sewer system. Also, like tons of space underneath the zoo.
Oh yeah.
If you want to build a evil lair down there.
So, okay, right, here we go. So I've got two more here, and I am.
You got one more pick.
I've got one more pick. I've got two more categories to fill, right? I've got
Yep.
And so because I need to think about my last one, and also because I think it's so appropriate, end the Batman draft with Batman.
Wow.
So it's linear. It's
Two good ones have been taken.
hey now, you don't know that. You know what? Can I pick the Batman with the machine gun in the Nolan, with hockey pads?
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, it counts. He's my favorite.
Uh.
Okay, but no, I'll just go right now with something basic. I'm gonna take the Burton Batmobile. For me, again, we're going to nostalgia. This is iconic. I had the toy of this. It was amazing. You go to every time you go to Six Flags Great America, you can see this Batmobile before you go on Batman the Ride. It's the classic for me, and it's very cool. Obviously, the Penguin and his crew took care of it and made it a little silly. It is a Batmobile that does, I guess, quite a lot because of those first two movies. It's got a lot of gadgets. It's involved in the plot in Returns.
Yeah, heavily involved in the plot.
It is also the one time that Batman brutally burns somebody alive.
Really kills somebody with the exhaust fumes.
Whoops! Normally I don't kill anybody except this guy. See ya, Cloud! Burn in hell! Ah! Yikes, Batman. That was a little rough. You sure? Yeah, obviously. Hopefully the bat extinguisher was on the way. But so that's what I'm going to pick. The Burton Batmobile for me. Over to you, Luke.
Yeah, since we just finished up the Batmobiles, I believe the Batmobile I edited as a child was from the cartoon.
Mm.
That
Is it like
kind of
boxy?
Yeah, kind of wider
Long?
one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So unfortunately that wasn't available, but it's in there.
Also classic.
Like Chris, we gotta end with Batman, so I won't take my Bruce Wayne
I like it.
yet. I'm gonna go to my love interest.
Mm.
I haven't shown love for the movie that I stood up for in this franchise, that is Batman Forever. So I will be taking Dr. Chase Meridian.
Yeah!
Yes. She deserves some love.
She does. Yeah, Chase Meridian. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful pick. We were talking about her
Do you
earlier
think that
today.
she's a good doctor, Luke? Like, is she like a good?
Yep.
I mean,
In my dreams.
she knows about psychology. Check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything she said sounded awesome to me.
Yep. She definitely has read a book.
Yeah.
At one point about the subject.
It all checked out. She had those dolls. Come on.
Yeah, those dolls.
Chris
yeah.
and I were talking about it.
Big ass wood door in the office.
In the 90s, all Nicole Kidman had to do was just be in the movie.
Yeah.
She
Go
didn't have
up.
to be good in it. She
No.
just had to
Yeah.
be in
But
it.
she's good. I mean, let's not. I don't want to.
She's
Let's
definitely
not
one of the better actors. That have
sully
been
the
in
name of
movies.
Nicole Kidman. I mean, yes, she's a beautiful woman, but she also is a good actress. And maybe this isn't her best role, technically speaking, but she's there and she's a great love.
I don't
interest.
know. You don't turn on the bat signal,
But
for
she was
booty
up on
call.
that rooftop.
I
while
love that
was
she does
looking
that.
great. Ooh,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
booty
saying that.
calling the Batman.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, come on.
I
Like,
mean-
let's get risque. Like, he's like, oh, who's dying? Nobody. Come here, bitch.
Someone that's like calling 911. You gotta have a good excuse. And then Commissioner Gordon's up there. He's all out of breath. Oh, I saw the signal. What's going on, Batman? He's like,
And
go
it's-
back to bed, Commissioner.
Pat Mingle, so he's really out of breath.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shit.
Oh, looks like he killed himself. Guess this case is all wrapped up.
Oh, Dr. Chase. Oh, my goodness. But you know what?
say
She
it
does
isn't
it for
so.
love. She is a mysterious woman.
All right,
Okay.
Levy, your time to close
All right.
out the draft here. On your
So,
side.
I have two categories left. I have theme song and I have villain. I'm gonna save the villain for like a couple minutes from now, just to end on a high note. Theme song. I do have a question because you guys were all going composer,
Yeah.
but the Batman catalog has a lot of tracks.
wow.
Can I pick
Well,
"Kiss from a Rose"? Can I pick?
let him do
Hold
it.
me, throw me, kiss me, kill me.
I feel like you gotta be able to do that.
Yeah, go for it.
What would we be if we
If
said
you,
no?
if you really want to, or what's his name, Elliot Goldenthal is available,
He's on the board.
I
and the guy
I
from
do-
Lost that you brought up.
Yeah, I do like U2's song on that soundtrack. I do like, obviously Seal's song. I mean, that was like at number one for like I remember listening to that song on the radio as a kid, like all the time. Also, shout out Jewel's "Foolish Games" on the Batman and Robin soundtrack.
Because nothing says
And,
Batman and Robin like Jewel.
I know, totally. I mean, it was a time. It was.
No, it was. It
a-
was just us move units. I know.
yes. Also, shout out all of Prince's weirdness on the first Batman
Hell
soundtrack.
yeah, Bat Dance.
Ben,
Oh,
is,
yes.
Ben is like one of the great Prince defenders of all time.
I love me some Prince.
I know.
Towns. I want you.
But my pick is from the Batman. I love the Batman theme, the dun dun dun, and then like how he brings it constantly back throughout the movie, and I love how that plays off of the Nirvana song of "Something in the Way."
Mhm.
So I get those two kind of together. That's my pick is the Batman theme / Nirvana.
Michael Giacchino.
Giacchino, yeah, he's tons of stuff. Lost, soundtrack for Up. I don't know,
Ooh, the soundtrack for Up. That's
Yeah.
great. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Great
That
guy.
would be an iconic pick.
And then my villain. So
Yeah.
I mean, okay, we have Bane and Joker off the board,
Well, we have the Heath Ledger Joker.
and we
That's
have the Bane from Dark Knight Rises, not the Bane from Batman and Robin.
That's true. I did not take
The
that.
the mostly no lines Bane, and then Jack's still on the board.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna disrespect Jack.
Oh boy.
Oh, he's gonna get you.
I'm going with Paul Dano.
Wow.
Riddler.
All right. Gotta do it.
He's just menacing, he's just the best, like psychopathic, like just great. Like I really like what he does in that movie.
No! No!
This was not how this was supposed to go.
No! No!
Ah,
Hi guys. No, Paul Dano is the man. I mean, we've talked about that on the Batman episode, by the way. Listen to it if you haven't already.
No, you haven't.
Get up those listens. I love what he does. I love Paul Dano. My only thing would be like because I even thought about it, but of course, there's bigger fish in that category. But just like that, he doesn't get enough
He's
to
not
do.
like the star of the movie.
Yeah, like when he's there, he's cooking. But it's just like, again, and we talked about this in the Batman episode, they made a distinct effort to be like Batman. This movie is about the Batman. It's not really, we're going to have cool villains, but they're ancillary. But
I mean,
I love it.
he does kill somebody with a carpenter tool,
Yeah, no, I
and
mean, he's around. He's on
And-
social media
And with a
guy.
rat maze.
rat maze.
Yeah.
He does the thumb drive. Like
He
I
does-
think he's just
He snipes
terrifying.
a guy from a window.
yeah.
Good
he's
shot.
Yeah, Lee
he
Harvey
like
Oswald.
gets that bomb, the neck bomb
Oh,
thing,
that's
like
true
that he puts
Peter
on
Sarsgaard.
someone.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I think I don't know. I
Takes
like
the
his
phone to
vibe
his
in it.
hand.
He's great at
Like, there's
video
a-
editing.
There's a lot of Batman villains who aren't that scary.
Knows how
Like
to- Buy cheap military or, whatever those shops are where you can get military stuff for cheap.
surplus.
Yeah,
store?
the military surplus stores.
Doesn't forget the
Yeah.
cling wrap.
No, he has a good fringe following of like 500 dudes.
I
who are
believe
gonna,
I
like, go
remember
to-
that like there's 500 followers, and I wanted to be like, that's not that many.
It's enough
They're
to
like,
you
watch
know,
out, he's got
But of
500.
those 500, you got like 20 of them to show up at Madison Square Garden to do some sniping.
It's true, and it
and they all
reminds me.
can shoot.
It reminds me of the franchise addicts audience because it's not always about thousands, but it's about
we
the-
can get 800 people to react to our Joker 2 post and 40 of them listened to the
Yeah,
episode.
but those that do, and this is where I'm.
And
gonna-
those were the only 40 people that actually saw that movie.
And I'm gonna praise the audience here because I'm gonna say those that do listen, you guys are the diehards. You guys know. You guys would if we were like, hey guys, we're gonna take down the institution at the local Bradley Center at the local sports arena. You guys would show up. I'm talking about Irene. I'm talking about the rest. Okay, Luke's family, they'd be there. We would have my friend Peter. He's listening. They would be there in spades because we have that kind of fan base. They're committed, and they give me advice about which detonators to use all the time as well.
Sure.
So they're great.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. Keep listening.
All right. Bruce Wayne, man, you did a good job of vamping and giving me a ton of time to think about this, and I still don't know. Man, I really wanted Val Kilmer. This really bothers
Yeah.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I'm stuck here. Shout out
Do it.
to my friend Sam, who brought up a great point.
George Clooney.
About Robert Pattinson being a bad Bruce Wayne.
He did bring that up, but that I will be picking George Clooney
Boondog.
my Bruce Wayne.
Batman
Nice.
and Robin getting a little love.
Why not just, our main criticism of him in that role is that he's just George Clooney.
Yeah.
But is George Clooney not a good characterization of what you want Bruce Wayne to be?
I love that.
Yes.
He's on top of the world. He's just, Bruce Wayne
Dating
needs his
Elle
own.
McPherson?
He probably has his own line of vodka coming out really soon. Man, no, that's a good one.
He's
That's
a,
a good one.
yeah.
And it gives a little nod to an otherwise maligned, rightfully so, movie. All right, well then it's on me, and it's doing my Batman, and it's no surprise. Obviously, I love how I'm clearly showing my love for the Burton movies on my team, even though I've got some heavy hitters from the other franchises. I'm sad I have nothing from the Batman. I'm sad about that. But Ben, you did take a lot of them, and that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I love I love that your passion for that movie, and if it means that my team is devoid of some Reeves action, well, that's what it means. That's okay. You know what? I slept on it. My fault.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take Michael Keaton as Batman, of course.
Of course.
Because I'm not taking the others. I mean, I'm not. So basically, there was my choices were Michael Keaton, George Clooney, and Val Kilmer. And institutionally, I'm against the Schumacher movies. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
If I grew up at a different time, I understand this, but I grew up when I grew up, and so there it's like the old okay boomer. Take your Michael Keaton, and I will, and he's Batman.
Mm-hmm. It's the only pick left.
Yep. There it is.
All right.
That's your draft.
That's the draft. Any more honorable mentions on any of the other categories? I think the Penguin for villain, whether you went with DeVito or with Colin Farrell,
Both great.
not bad.
Mhm.
Not a bad pick, but there's definitely the top. Well, I don't know did we hit the top three? Probably not.
Who? What? Where?
Because we took Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yeah.
We took
Mhm.
Bane, but we did not take Jack's Joker.
Jack. No.
Yeah.
We did not take Mr. Freeze.
Tommy Lee
Poison
Jones
Ivy.
is
You know, I-
Two-Face.
Two-Face.
Uma is doing the best she can with that role. Even
I love
though-
me some Uma Thurman.
And I
Could
love
you
her.
have picked Harvey Dent as your non-villain character and as your villain?
Never. Because he's fine. I think the Aaron Eckhart is fine. He doesn't do a bad job, but am I like, oh my God, that Harvey, no, he's, ultimately, I don't care. He does a fine job. He's not bad, but he's not like someone that I want to say, oh, I'm so excited. Every scene that Harvey Dent is in that movie, oh, it's electric. Just when he can't recognize Joker with the mask on. That's the
He's
only-
no Billy D. Williams.
No, but who is?
Oh, well, that's true.
Did you hear about that with in the Batman? He was promised to play
Oh, yeah.
Harvey Dent / Two-Face again and had the huge lawsuit over it.
Yeah. Obviously, you didn't listen to our episode, Ben.
Sorry, I did listen to a little bit of it. Sorry.
It's
Like
40
many-
minutes and then
many-
done.
yeah, 40 minutes. That's where everyone needs to just regroup because they've
Shout out Kim Basinger's Vicky Vale.
yeah,
Basinger was throwing heat in the late 80s, early 90s.
absolutely.
Then got
Honorable
on the
me-
Alec Baldwin train.
And then of course Max Shrek.
Max Shrek.
Yeah.
Honorable
And
mention.
Chip.
Honorable mention. Katie Holmes, Rachel Dawes.
Okay.
My brother, bless his heart. Rachel Dawes, of course, plays with two different actresses. The first was Katie Holmes, and he labels her as Melty Face. And then the second was Gyllenhaal, who he classifies as Droopy Face. And that's how I think about them still to this day. So thank you, Nate.
All right. Nate just doesn't like them. That's okay.
I don't think a lot of that's a very divisive character.
Yeah,
People do
they're-
not like Rachel Dawes.
I
No,
feel
I
like-
think it would have been way better if Katie Holmes would have come back in Dark Knight, because then you would have had at least like a movie's worth of history with her, and then when she dies, then it means more.
Yeah, I just
And Gyllenhaal, like, I think she's a really great actress. She just doesn't do it for me in that movie. She's definitely the weak link of Dark Knight, I'd say.
I think she's much better actor than Katie Holmes.
Yes, agree.
But in any event, the last shout out. Oh, I had it. I mean, we already talked about Jeffrey Wright a little bit, and we talked about Uma. There was one. We didn't talk about Bob.
You're my number one.
But no, who was it?
Liam
well,
Neeson?
No, but great.
Ra's al Ghul would
No,
be
but
good.
that's it. I was
Yeah.
so Ra's al Ghul, and Cillian Murphy.
Oh yeah, he's
He's got to
a
give
good-
Oppenheimer himself. Got to show him
yeah,
some love.
he's good.
Oscar award-winning
Performer.
Cillian Murphy.
Whose best performance is probably on a TV show.
Says
Peaky
some
Blinders.
people. Never watched it.
It's great.
Oh, so good.
It's very good. All right, here is your recap, Chris.
Can I name my team?
You go right ahead.
All right, cool. I'm gonna. Okay, guys, here's my team. This is my fantasy team. I won the draft. I did so good. My team is awesome. Check it out. All right, Batman. I've got Michael Keaton. Bruce Wayne. I've got Michael Keaton. my main villain is the Joker, Heath Ledger. My Batmobile, Batman '89. I hope you're noticing a trend, something, because it will continue.
You should have taken. Well, if you didn't have the first overall pick, would you have taken Jack?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
That's what
I mean, well, I don't know. It depends on who else was off the board. I like these other movies. I really do.
Doesn't sound like it.
My non-villain character, A+ win, Michael Caine. And we've got my theme song. I'm doing Hans Zimmer, maybe, so we're getting more Nolan love. And Catwoman is my love interest, Michelle Pfeiffer, Selena Kyle. Meow. And my Gotham is also Tim Burton. So there we go. That is my team. I love it. I stand by it. Yes, it is very old school, but then we got some heavy hitters coming in from the Nolan movies, and we've got absolutely no Schumacher love, and which I'm fine with, and then sadly no Matt Reeves love. But I did want to go with the Penguin, but I was not allowed, so I want that to stand on the record. All right.
I feel like Chris's team is just the first Batman movie with Heath Ledger in it, basically.
Yeah.
And Michael Caine just a little bit younger.
Hell yeah,
Upgrade your Alfred. Upgrade your Joker.
Yep, that's literally it. But you know what? That's okay. I love it.
Upgrade your Kim Basinger.
Absolutely, you do. Dangerous Mind.
I believe I touched every franchise in this with mine. So
Well-rounded.
I'll make sure of that as I go through here. So I've got Christian Bale as my Batman. I've got George Clooney as my Bruce Wayne. So I hit Schumacher, Nolan there. Nolan again with Bane, Tom Hardy's Bane. The Batman's Batmobile. Lucius Fox as my non-villain character. Danny Elfman for the theme song. My love interest is Dr. Chase Meridian, Nicole Kidman. And my Gotham is Chris Nolan.
That's a good team.
Yeah.
The balance is there. I mean, that's kind of. I feel like, and Ben, I'm going to be heavy on the Burton. You're going to be heavy on the Reeves. That's fine. But Luke,
Yep.
it's a nice Neapolitan mix right there.
Yeah, Luke definitely threaded the needle.
He did.
He got something from every bucket there.
Little tastes from all over.
I also believe that I got the only non-white character.
Well, I mean, Jeffrey Wright was an
He
honorable
was
mention.
available, but did you draft him?
Well, Michael Caine was on the ball. What was I supposed to do? I was thinking about his time in Burma. And I just
burned it to the ground.
yeah, beat them to death with their own shoes. That's a different guy. So yeah, he was there, but you don't have to bring that up.
Ben, do you have it written down, or do you need me to
Yes,
go?
I
All
do.
right, go ahead.
So, for my Batman, I have the one and only Robert Pattinson, Bruce Wayne, Val Kilmer, main villain, Paul Dano's the Riddler. My Batmobile, I have the Tumbler. My non-villain character, I have Robin, as played by Chris O'Donnell. My love interest, I have Anne Hathaway's Catwoman. My theme song, I have the Batman / Nirvana, Something in the Way. And then my Gotham is from, of course, the Batman. The seawall's just collapsing.
So yours is more well-rounded. When we were listening to it, I was like, oh, this is all Reeves.
But
But
he doesn't have any Burton. That's his only.
That's
maybe.
yeah,
because
that
I
is
took
my
them
weak
all.
point.
Because I took them all. But that's okay. We took those elements from one another, but that's okay. It was bound to happen. We were stumping for the ones that we love at the turns, and it's okay.
I'm
Yep.
proud of my team.
So we will have this posted along with the episode for you guys to vote on Facebook. So you can go ahead and vote for who you think had the best draft.
Oh yes, vote for who
Obviously,
had the
it was
best
me.
team.
Pick Team
Whatever.
Libby.
Anyone over 40 agrees with me. Or the Joker boys! Where my Joker boys at?
The Heath Ledger heads.
Yeah. My Ledger lads. Come on, guys.
All right, so that concludes our fantasy draft. Again, go ahead and vote on who you think had the best draft. Before we leave this section of the recap, which we will continue on without our guest, Ben. We want to thank Ben for coming on and doing that draft with us. That was a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Tons of
absolutely.
fun. Yeah.
For his sign off, I'm going to have, because Chris and I are going to go on to later recap our ratings for each one of the movies. We're going to have Ben give his ratings for each of the Batman movies, rapid fire off the top of his head. These are ratings out of 10. So, Ben, first movie, Batman 1989.
7.5.
Batman Returns.
It can't be as high as Batman, so 7.
Batman Forever.
It can't be as high as either one of those, even though I like it the most. 6.5.
It can be.
Yeah, it's up to you. Go follow your heart.
It isn't better though.
All right, that's fine too.
It's fair. Batman and Robin.
0.5.
Wow.
Ooh,
I
love
think
it.
we gave it in the twos.
Yeah, 2
Yeah.
and 2.1.
So
All right.
bad.
Nolanverse. Batman Begins.
9.
Wow, that's a high.
I love
rating.
that movie. Love that movie.
The Dark Knight.
10.
10.
Wow, 10 out of 10. Dark Knight Rises
8.5.
and The Batman.
9.5.
Wow.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit higher on the ratings. I don't think we've ever given a movie a 10, but
No,
Yeah,
because we
I was just
could-
going strictly Batman.
No,
movies.
it's fine.
Like,
yeah.
That
You
there
know,
are no
and-
rules.
I'm not comparing it to like Gone with the Wind or Shawshank Redemption or anything like that. So
Yeah, those different animals, but yeah, no, we're truly pretending that we're part of IMDb when we do it. So,
Okay.
let us have this fantasy. But thank you so much, Ben, for being
Yes,
a part of
thank
this.
yeah,
Ben.
thanks for having me.
I could not have thought of a better person to do the full recap of the Batman verse. You've always been probably the biggest Batman fan that I've known. So, pleasure having you. Glad you could jump on for this last one.
Thank you.
Ben.
I appreciate it. Tons of fun. Tons of fun. I'm Batman.
All right, just Chris and Luke with you to finish up our last section of our recap. of the Batman franchise, we are going to go back through our ratings for each one of the movies, just like we did with the Alien franchise, and either change them higher, lower, depending on what we're feeling now that we've taken in the franchise as a whole. We've let the movies, marinate for a while, those older movies. Time to revisit our ratings. Were we fools back then? Were we geniuses? Who knows?
I think I was definitely a genius. And I still am. So it's great. And humble. So let's do it. Let's dive into it. I was taking a look at these. I was revisiting some of the days of old over the last month and a half. And of course, for us, we started with Batman 1989, right? Something that I clearly, it is well known at this point that I have a nostalgic feeling for. And so I gave it an 8.5. That's what I started it off with. And Luke, you gave it a 7.7.
You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
That's right. I did. I put the serving tray under my shirt, and I smashed something. I forgot what I smashed, and I got nuts. What I'm going to do here with mine, and then Luke, of course, I'll let you do your legislation. Is, you know what? Because of the nostalgia. I mean, we were just talking with Ben, and saying, like, go with your heart, right? And it doesn't matter. This is all subjective. And so I'm actually going to keep it right where it is. And now I'm keeping it at an 8.5. I don't care. It's high praise, as Nick Cage would say, but I'm fine with it. That's high praise. I'm long legs. See me steal the Constitution. I'm also in a lot of Shudder originals.
Also in The Wicker Man.
The Wicker Man.
As a bear.
Wah! As a bear?
Yeah, he dresses up in a bear costume during a part of The Wicker Man and punches a lady in the face.
Some people said that was a Midsummer ripped that off.
Could be. Although there was an original Wicker Man made in like the 70s that's actually supposed to be good.
Yeah, so they're saying Midsummer ripped off
Midsommar.
The Wicker Man. Midsommar. Love Midsommar.
Love me some Midsommar.
Love me some R. Aster. So, anyways.
I had a 7.7 on Batman 89.
How do you feel about that?
After taking in all of the movies, it's too high. I'm going to knock it back to a 7.3.
Never rub another man's rhubarb.
I like the Jack performance. It's too comedic. Keaton's not
He's
great.
the Joker! The Joker too comedic? Crazy.
As we went through the movies, even the ones in the 90s, I just kept on losing like my memory of what actually happens in 89, and it doesn't stick with me except for the Elfman score, which I did draft.
Love that Joker.
I gotta knock it down. It's a 7.3. A lot of these ratings might have to come back to a more realistic spot for me when I'm really thinking about how these movies fit into the wider scope of moviedom. It's a 7.3 because I feel like I rated a lot of the Alien movies on, is this actually a good movie, not is this a good Alien movie? So 7.3. It's a solid Batman movie. It's not close to one of my favorites. It's right there. 7.3. All right, Batman Returns, Chris.
So here's where you are actually the guy on the top here.
optimist.
I am a 7.5, and you're 7.6. Okay. Now let me go ahead and say something that's gonna not surprise you. Too low on this guy. Just a little.
I agree.
Just a little. Because if I'm gonna say, 8.5. Now, I do recall that, it's funny how it is nostalgic too, because I think I haven't seen the second half of Batman Returns that much, and so therefore the second half I was like, whatever, this is kind of stupid. While I've seen the beginning a lot, and that really was working for me. So instead, I'm gonna go 7.8. This guy, 7.8 for Batman Returns. you know, I almost feel like I should go 8, but you know what? There are, you know, parts towards the end. Well, you know what? This is classic me. I am gonna go with an 8. Gonna give it an 8 because this is important stuff. This is important stuff in the pantheon of Chris.
These are your movies.
These are my movies. So
You're a Burton Batman.
I'm a
head.
Burton boy.
You are.
So I'm just gonna shout it from the rooftops. I'm
He's
gonna be
wearing eye makeup. He's dyed his hair black. He's a Burton boy. He's got scissors on his hands.
I'm reaching out to Johnny Depp constantly.
How can I be more like a pirate in my real life?
Well, we don't want to glorify Mr. Depp right now. But
He's had a rough couple of years.
He's had a rough couple of years, but you
Johnny
know.
Depp, come on, franchise addicts. We can talk about more than just movies.
Oh my God, that'd be so great. Oh, I wish I had had a Johnny Depp impression. Oh, hey, okay, guys. I don't know. Is that how he talks? I don't know. He's always such a character. We don't even know who the real Depp is.
When you don't know what to do for a lot of those guys, you just do Robin Williams.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Hey, wait, how you doing? Oh, here, this is me.
I had a
Luke.
7.6 on Batman Returns. Since I've lowered Batman 89, I think I'm going to keep Returns right there at 7.6. I think it is better than 89 in my opinion. Especially revisiting it, I was like, yep, I do like this one better. And I think that's a very fair rating for that movie.
All right. Moving on to the Schumacher
world.
The Schumacher place. The Schumacher stories. Batman Forever. I was really down to earth with this, and I saw it for what it was. I gave it a 5.8. And I was on an island with you and Nick, who thought much higher of it.
Much, much higher.
You did 7.5.
I had a 7.5 on this.
What were you thinking? Is it going up to 9?
I think I'm gonna bring this back down a little to earth. Ben was right that this is, again, you know, one of those movies you see as a kid and you think it's the best Batman when you see it, and you grow up and you want it to be great. But
It sucks.
not great.
That Tommy Lee
it definitely
Jones
doesn't suck. I'm gonna bring this down to a 6.7.
All right.
I feel like I let Nick down. I'm sorry, Nick, if you're listening along. I know we were the supporters of the Forever franchise world. I gotta do my guy Schumacher a little dirty here. But
right.
I think this is the right score.
I'm glad you came to your senses. Batman Forever takes a step down, and speaking of a step down, we're on to Batman and Robin, and
Are you keeping yours? Where it is? At
oh
5.8?
yeah, that's fine. I don't care. It basically is a rating that says, "Yep, don't really like this one."
Don't need this in my life.
Yeah, and that's totally fine. Like I don't need any more critical analysis.
What would you give the song "Kissed by a Rose"?
You know, when it came out, I would have been like 0.0 because it had no angst or guitar or rockingness to it. I had that Batman Forever soundtrack. Did I listen to that song once? The answer is no, I did not. But you know, as I've gotten a little older, a little wiser, I think it's a fine song. Again, am I a huge Seal head? No, not really. Love his performance in Popstar. That's really his height for me. But
The height of Seal.
the height of Seal for me, Seal and Popstar, singing "Kiss from a Rose" with wolves. And so I would give it I'll give it a nice 7.
Wow. Signed, seal, delivered.
There it is.
7. I give "Kissed by a Rose" a 10.
Whoa!
I give Seal a 5. He's fine.
You know how I got these scars?
I give Heidi Klum a 10, baby!
And you are out.
I love that song. I will always love that song. All right, Batman and Robin. You gave it a 2.
Yep.
Rookie score.
Well, rookie score.
It's a round number.
Oh yeah. Because you know, what this score says is, I don't care. I don't have time for this. I don't have time to decimal this out. Like 2, but no. Doesn't matter. It's a 2. It says dog shit, and that's it. And like, great. That's awesome. That's what we're doing. We are not thinking about this any longer. You know, and I do love that. I love Uma. I'm sorry, Uma. And hey, I mean, Arnold's having fun, but it's just everything, you know. I can't do it, and so I'm going with a 2, and I'm taking my blacklight motorcycle out of here.
I had a 2.1.
Yeah, what do you think about that? Do you want to take one of those bat functions that heats up the water and heat up your score?
I'm gonna raise the score. I'm gonna raise the score. This movie has now a special place in my heart due to the period of my life that I was in when I watched it. I'd recently become engaged. I watched this movie along with my fiance, who was sleeping after the first 15 minutes of it.
That's ice. By the way, he's talking about recently. So I was thinking about this. I'm like, what? You mean when you saw
When
this
I
in the
first saw it.
90s, you were engaged? I was like, what? I just learning something.
Yeah,
no.
engaged Natalie Portman in my heart.
He was.
2.9.
2.9.
Shout out Rebecca, I love you.
I love that the nostalgia brings it up. Well, nostalgia. Is it nostalgia if it like happened a couple weeks ago?
It was a
doesn't
month
matter.
ago at least.
It's beautiful that is what did it. The score rises because of love. All right, and speaking of Christopher Nolan Batman movies, we're on to the Batman Begins. And I began my criticism of this by saying it was an 8.4. Not much of a criticism, saying it was very much enjoyed. And Luke, you said, top that, 8.6.
Had to show my love for the Nolan movies.
Yeah, and
came
so-
out hot. Came out swinging with a high score here.
Yeah, and you know, and I'm thinking, what? So this is just a little, almost as good as Batman '89. I'm like, there's no parade, there's no Prince dancing, there is no electrocuting a guy with awesome special effects with a hand buzzer.
There's no 6-foot-long pistol.
So, oh my God, and he shoots down the plane. Where does he get these wonderful toys? No one says that. So I gotta bring this boy down, this Batman Begins boy, down to a little score that I want to call. You know what? I'm gonna 7.9 it.
How dare you?
It's okay. I mean, 7.9 is good. The saying it's good.
Is it? It's good. Yeah, 8.6 on this bad boy. I find it really hard to separate these movies, the Nolan movies. I think they'll have a little flaws here and there. Batman Begins definitely has some flaws, but I think we talked about how great we think that first hour of the movie is. Just spectacular. Might have been a little high out of the gate because we were just coming off Batman and Robin. But I'm going to stick with 8.6. I think that feels to me like the right score.
Your dad disagrees,
Feels to me like the right score.
doesn't he? Your dad was mad at you.
Yeah,
He
said
said,
it was
"Don't come home for Thanksgiving."
He said it was a little high to kick it off.
Not with that score.
Not with...
You bring that score to my house, I say, leave.
Get out of here.
Oh man. So okay. So now we're on to the creme de la creme, the Dark Knight, and just shooting high here with a 9.5. Again, I'm not, and could I maybe say, oh well. No, I will actually. I was gonna start to criticize myself, and then I'm actually gonna do the thing. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. Like I'm saying, like this is my favorite one. I liked it, and that's fine. That's okay to do. But it's such a high score that I think just for to just get a bit of a reality check, I'm going to just say like a whole. Not that any of this matters in any way. I'm going to go 9.25. Can I do that? I'm going to do 0.25.
Wow.
Never been done before. 9.25. Oh, man. Rates will be like there one day if we don't ease up. Not, so 9.25. Still very great, very wonderful. Luke, you did a little 9.0.
Yeah, I gave it a rookie score, so that's gonna have to be adjusted.
So rookie. My next one's gonna be like 9.6666666.
I find this this is really tough because you had a 9.5,
Yeah.
which you also, I believe, gave the movie Alien.
You know, maybe.
And if
I feel like you did that, and mine was like 9.2.
I thought you always upped me on
Uh,
whatever. Doesn't matter. Same
If
ballpark.
only we knew, but we don't.
Same ballpark. It's written down somewhere.
The minute that these things happen, they are vapor out of the head.
And I'm like, is Dark Knight as good as the movie Alien?
The perfect organism.
Does it stand the test of time like a movie that came out in 1979 and is still extremely good?
Take a trip to the future and find out.
I think it does. I'm going to give it a 9.1. I'll just up it
9.
a little bit. I'll make it not a rookie score. I'll stay a little bit lower than yours because I have to rate the next movie higher.
That's right, he does. And speaking of The Dark Knight Rises, I did an 8.1, and Luke, you did a 9.1 on this one. So what's going to happen here for me, guys, is, audience, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to... I don't want any of them to be the same, right? They can't be the exact same. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, man. You know what? Domino effect. All right. This is what's going to happen. Luckily, I make the rules here. Or at least half of them. So I'm going to 7.9 this Dark Knight Rises. And you know what that means?
Fucking bitch.
And then I'm going to 7.8 Batman Begins. So...
Wow.
I just retroactively went back.
We
7.8.
need a whole nother episode to retroactively fix the ones that we just fixed on this one.
That's right. It's gonna be such captivating podcasting. So 7.9 is The Dark Knight Rises. That is
That is such an indictment on your feelings for the Nolan franchise. You think one of the movies is good and the other ones are like pretty good.
You know what? Here's the deal. Yeah, over there. And by the way, here's the deal. I actually okay.
The middle movie is one of the best movies ever made. The other two, take
right.
or leave them.
I'm changing it, guys. I'm changing it here. I'm doing this. This is unprofessional, but that's okay because that's how I'm operating on this. I'm Batman Begins. You went up to an 8.1.
Wow.
The Dark Knight Rises. You went to an 8.2. There you go, baby. Showing them respect. But as I looked at Batman Returns being at an 8.0, I was like, that's not right.
It's still not your most egregious one. We'll be getting to that in a second. Dark Knight Rises, 9.1 for me. Let's just bump it up to a 9.2 because I gave The Dark Knight a 9.1. Finally, The Batman, which Chris gave an 8. Now, if you've listened to him on the Batman show and then the draft, and then listening to you talk about the Penguin,
Yeah.
there's no way you think this is only an 8-star movie.
Well, but here's the deal. Here's the deal. And by the way,
What would Kirk think?
yeah, Kurt wouldn't care, man. Be like, I don't care about any of your commercial shit.
It's like, what was
yeah, is what he would do.
You'd be like, did this show in movie theaters, man?
I'm so smacked out.
Did you buy a ticket to this?
That's what he would do. That wasn't a goose. That was Kurt Cobain. And then Bruce Springsteen would come in and be like, come on, baby, you gotta be true to yourself. You're talking about this movie, you love it so much. Whoa! And I would say, you know what, Bruce? I get it. I totally get what you're talking about here. But so this is what I'm gonna do, Bruce. All right, I'm gonna. All right, Bruce. All right. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna. This is it. I'm gonna do this. My score, my updated score for The Batman 2022. 8.33333333 repeating.
Wow.
8 1/3, gentlemen. So that's it. I feel good about it. I feel good. Like, I'm a little hesitant. Like, is it a little too much? But then, I sit back and I think, no, the sum, like thinking back to the separate parts, and they're all good. Is it long? Yeah, it's long. But I'm intrigued at all stages of the film. So I'm good with it. And it's got Paul Dano.
It's got Paul Dano.
And it's got Colin Farrell. Woo. So 8.333333333333. And Luke, you said it was an 8.8. What do you think now?
I think I absolutely stone cold killed that rating. It's staying locked in 8.8.
All right.
What an absolutely perfect pick by me.
That was a good one. So now is the time where we say our order.
We do say our order.
Okay. All right, so I'll start with this one, and so bottom of my. So actually, no, I'll start with the top. Start with the bottom.
Bottom top.
We start at the bottom, and that's of course Batman and Robin. All right, that's easy. Then we're going Batman Forever. Okay, then we're moving on up, and as we are moving on up, we are getting to Batman Returns. Okay, then we are at Batman Begins, and then we are at The Dark Knight Rises. And then we are at the Batman. And then we are at Batman 1989. And we finish with The Dark Knight. So, The Dark Knight, number 1.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
No way going into this you would have guessed. My least favorite Batman movie was, of course, Batman and Robin. Also,
Yeah.
boy, guys, I really blew it on this one. Batman Forever 7. Batman 89,
Yeah, you should say like what number it is.
6.
Yeah, that's good.
5th, Batman Returns, better than Batman 89. 4th is Batman Begins. 5th, The Batman. 2nd, Dark Knight. And my top Batman movie is The Dark Knight Rises.
Congratulations.
It rose all the way to the top.
All the way to the top. And speaking of hit songs, now it's time that we're going to do a little bit of a hit song as we say goodbye to the Batman franchise.
Chris, before we fully say goodbye, do you want to compare this to the Alien franchise, the other franchise that we have finished so far? Now we've done 2. We've done Alien. We've done Batman.
Yeah.
Do you have a feeling, an affinity towards one of these now that we've completed both, now that you've fully taken them all in?
So, it's a tough one, right?
It's it's a cold winter's evening that we're going to be coming into in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
You're snuggled up. You want to turn on a flick.
Yeah.
What franchise are you turning to?
So for me, and this is important, this is the first franchise battle that we can have, right? Because before we just had one. So now, if the mission statement of this podcast is to find the best franchise in movie history, we've got these bad boys got to go toe to toe. And so I'm still now the Batman movies, so great, such wonderful toys, such great things that they have in them. And some of the individual stuff, I think might be superior.
Well, let's start out here.
Yeah.
What is the worst movie out of these 2 franchises?
Oh, Batman and Robin.
You think Batman?
Well, yep.
Okay, I think AVP is still the worst movie out of these 2.
Yeah.
And I would say that Resurrection is pretty close to Batman and Robin for me too.
Yeah. I mean, there's some lows in both, right? But then you just have.
I might have to go back and put AVP Requiem at an 8.8 along with the Batman.
They are a
You
lot.
do a double feature of the Batman into Alien vs Predator Requiem.
They're both dark.
A lot of darkness.
A lot of darkness. You're gonna need some. Yeah, just turn your contrast and brightness on your TV way up for that. I think. Yeah, I don't know. So they're both containing great things. Now, if you're talking about individual performances, I think the Batman has you beat because you
I
have.
think so too.
Yeah, you have these wonderful performances, but
Don't have Fassbender.
you don't. No, yeah, of course, and the alien
Would
it's
have
not
been a
like
great Batman.
he would have been. You could.
He would have been a great Batman. I'll stand by that. I just thought of it, but he would have been a great Batman.
Could be a good young Alfred too, maybe.
You know who should have showed up in a Batman movie is Dan Hedaya, Mr. Woolly
The
Woolly
hairy
Eyebrows
guy?
himself.
Mr.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Hair.
He could have been one of the mob bosses.
He definitely could have.
Oh, for sure.
But in a Schumacher movie because he couldn't be totally serious. Schumacher tone similar to the Josh Whedon tone, maybe.
Yeah. see that.
There's yeah. But at the end of the day, I go with I give the slight edge overall to the Alien because I just overall like it better. It is darker all around. There's a lot. I don't know. I mean, I could try and go to the specifics as of why, and if we had a movie podcast where I was breaking that down and explaining it, maybe I would. But here we are. No, it's. I think that it just has a special place, and also right. Like I think what it also comes down to is my affinity to not like things that are too popular. And here you're saying Alien and Batman, like these are both incredibly popular things, but there's a little more that feels like no, like Alien is a little more niche and a little more like stuff that is like I feel like is like just kind of in my wheelhouse as opposed to Batman, which I mean, as much as we're all talking about how we love The Dark Knight, I would be often stopped in my tracks to be like, this is so cliche.
Sure. Yeah.
Because like who doesn't love The Dark Knight, especially white men between the ages of 25 and 50. Like it's so basic, bitch.
It is. I think that the highs of Batman, I think there's 3 movies that are as good, if not better than a lot of the Alien movies. I think that Alien 79 is probably better than every Batman movie, but I would say that The Dark Knight, Begins, Rises, and potentially even the Batman are better than Covenant and Prometheus.
No!
I know that it pains me to say that.
You
Too.
have no symphonies in you, brother. When you talk like that.
I know, but what are you gonna do? That's what I believe. Batman just has a special place in my heart. I think if I were to return to a franchise to watch it, I probably am gonna pick Batman first, unless I'm watching Alien 79.
I get it. And I think on a lot of levels, it's very easy to say that, that technically just has more, there's more hits there. There's more.
But if I wanted to think about a film after I finish
Yeah.
it, Alien's probably the one.
Yeah. And I've got
It's
a,
the thinking man's franchise.
and I am nothing less than a thinking man. And, and I like the horror aspect. Anyways, but I will say, 2 of my top 5 franchises of all time. I mean, just hands down, these are them. So we're splitting hairs here when it comes down to it.
Splitting hairs.
So now at this point, it's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye to Batman. So as we get ready to say goodbye,
The size of a tangerine.
that's right. I want to say goodbye to Alfred. I want to say goodbye to all the different Alfreds. I want to say goodbye to the oldest of the Alfreds. I want to say goodbye to his Munchausen syndrome or whatever he has, and the
Take
cure.
2 of these. Call me in the morning.
phase 2, whatever it is. And I want to say hi to, and I want to say goodbye, and that I'll always remember Michael Caine And I want to think of him looking at me across the way when I'm dining out with my beautiful new bride. And he just thinks about all that we went through together when he picked the logs off of me. Oh, God. I want
to say goodbye to all the beautiful blonde women of the 90s Batman movies.
Oh, my God. Whew. There was...
Bombshells all up and down.
And are they all blonde? I think they are.
Yes.
Until we get to the 2000s. Then we go into the brunettes.
We do go more into brunettes.
Yeah. So lets us really see how those decades are defined. Blonde hair, the 90s, the 80s, darker hair after.
I also want to say goodbye to Max Schreck's son,
Chip. Not my son. Chip.
Latimer from the program, who in that movie does a lot of steroids, smashes his heads into walls, potentially commits a serious crime within that movie and is kicked off the team. But those two lines that you said in Batman Returns, Latimer, you're right there.
Not my son.
Too big to be kidnapped, by the way. He's a gigantic fella.
He's really large. Those circus people are not going to do shit. They're not going to be able to take him. Now, I want to remember my penguins.
Oh, yeah.
My beautiful birds.
Colin.
My El Rata. Is that it?
La
Rata.
La Rata.
La Rata. Espanol.
DeVito.
You're such an odd-looking guy, but you're so good. That black stuff just coming out of your mouth when you just really raw-dogged that fish. My God. You're pervertedness at all times.
Your flat butt.
Super problematic. The way you rode that remote-control Batmobile. It was great. And
It was great.
it was really great how you did that. I love the Batmans. We gotta talk about those Catwomen.
Gotta talk about the Catwoman.
Oh, God.
Some of them were funny.
Some of them
Were not funny.
Some of them were not funny at all. But
What?
they were still good.
One of which we think went to Juilliard.
Went to
At one
Juilliard. Man, did
She was not straight from the streets. She was not Jenny from the block.
There's no way she was. It's clear. But that whole wrist-breaking flip up in the air in the orange jumpsuit.
One of them died and was brought to life by a
Cats licking them.
pack of cats.
Yeah. The healing power of the cat's tongue. It's something
she
we
also
don't
fell
talk
through
about.
a greenhouse and probably died.
Yeah.
But
But
didn't.
hell here.
She also was shot multiple times and didn't die.
The wonderful Catwomen. The wonderful femme fatales.
One of them tried to kill their father.
Yeah, that happened. Now, let's get serious and talk about our Bruce Waynes. Our
Oh.
Batmans. Brooding! Not that exciting always, but there. Rich.
We've said more words in this saying goodbye than Michael Keaton says in either of the two movies that he's in.
That's right. He is there, and I'm going to miss him, right? I'm going to miss the bat signals. I'm going to miss all those bat signals. The ones that look weird, the ones that are smashed, the ones that have egg on them. All those bat signals, all those Batmobiles just driving through my heart.
I've had better chemistry with the pictures of girls that I had on my wall in high school than Christian Bale's had with any female character in any of the movies that he's ever been in.
That's true. Shots fired to Christian Bale. But he kept at it. He kept that voice gruff, and he was doing his thing. We don't know why. We don't know what was going on with him. But he kept rising.
George Clooney, why did you want to be Batman?
It was the times.
Had
It
to
was
do
a
it.
hot ticket. He wanted to do it, and I think it's probably really important to get to my Jokers.
No, the Jokers. I'm starting to like this guy.
Oh, God. Jack! Heath! Joaquin, we talked about you. You count.
You were there?
Jared, we didn't talk about you, so we can't bring you up at all. But
Barry Keoghan?
Barry,
He's in
Barry,
there?
he's there. So we barely knew ye.
Please don't come back.
Please, yeah. My Jokers making all that chaos. You're agents of it. It's beautiful, and I'm gonna miss you.
The Two-Face. The Harvey Dents.
The Harvey Dents of the world. The Commissioner Gordons.
Ah, yes.
Gotham. Are you ever gonna get your act together?
They're never gonna.
There's
always gonna be a problem.
Do we need to just destroy them, or can we
the
let them live?
Falcones?
The Falcones. The Maronis. The Falcones. The Falcone Maroni.
The Juan Charlies or whatever.
The Triads. The Who-Diskers. The Who-Skatoos. Man, no, those don't exist. But you know, there's just so much, and it tells us that whether you're good, whether you're evil, if you wear a mask
and beat the shit out of people to make yourself feel better,
then it's okay.
It is all okay in the end.
You get the girl.
Well, usually you don't get the girl. Usually the girl dies or leaves you.
It's okay if you want to just be an incel. One day you can follow the Riddler. And
you two will be riding motorcycles alongside each other and divert separate ways at the end.
It's wonderful, and you know, I salute you, Batman. I salute your darkness. I salute your gadgetry, your philanthropy,
your use of your
grappling hooks. Oh my gosh.
Your bat card.
Oh, if I had a
Never
dime,
leave home without it.
Never leave home without it. Never leave home without the bat card. If I had a dime for every grappling hook, I'd be the richest man alive. That's it. That's all there is to it. So, with that, we're going to say goodbye to the Batman franchise.
And we will say hello to a new franchise starting very soon.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, that's going to do it for our Batman coverage. Again, we've got one more special segment coming up where we're going to reveal the next franchise. But hey, guys, it's been great. Thank you so much for listening to however much of this stuff you did. We are so grateful that anyone would listen to us talk about anything. It's a pleasure and a privilege. And so thank you. Thank you so much. We hope you've enjoyed some of this Batman talk that we've done incessantly. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Luke, for talking to me about Batman for so many hours. It's been a blast, and we're gonna love it. We're gonna always look back. Well, as Batman things happen, we'll probably revisit it with the 2026. Who knows where we'll be when the next Batman movie comes out? But Matt Reeves, he's still hard at work, of course. It's been fun. Thank you.
Thank you all. Enjoy the season finale of The Penguin. That
on Max this
on Max.
Sunday.
We've spoiled a decent amount of The Penguin so far in these last 2 episodes, but go check it out.
And on the count of 3, we're going to switch to a segment where we talk about the next franchise. All right. 1, 2, 3.
3. All right. Here we are for the selection of the next franchise for the Franchise Addicts podcast.
The vote is in.
Yeah, thank you for sticking around this long for the recap. I also have to issue a quick apology because this is, again, from the future, from what you have been currently listening to. My mic for the first hour and a half during the draft sounds like I am on the other side of the room. I'm unable to fix that, unfortunately, so I do apologize for that, but it does sound like Chris and Ben are hosting the show, and I'm the one that's over Zoom.
That's the way it should be.
It's a good thing I
Just kidding.
didn't have much to say on the episode.
Yeah, no. So I'm sure it's wonderful. Our the points that we make are superior anyways. So the vote is in. It's happened. It's very exciting. I want to thank everybody who took time to vote. We had just about 100 people vote on the main thread, but then there was other threads that went around that also garnered votes. Should we talk about the like issue, Luke?
Yeah,
Real
so
quick?
this is the first poll that we've done on Facebook. Unfortunately, Facebook doesn't have a very good, just straightforward polling system where you can vote.
That you can use, that you can create. They have a polling system, but you can just put it in like groups and stuff, just so anyone out there is not like, they have one. Yeah, I know, but you can't. You have to like share it in specific groups. You can't just do a public poll like that. So we did the emoji reaction, and one of the emojis, if that's the correct way to say it, probably not, is like. That way, so like, if you liked it, that was a vote for Die Hard. But that proved
Unfortunately,
to be problematic. Yeah.
Unfortunately, what happens with like being one of the choices is that people that just like the post and aren't necessarily voting are giving a vote for Die Hard. So unfortunately, we had to disqualify Die Hard.
Yep. Sorry, Die Hard. Well, you'll live to see another day, but unfortunately, you, Die Hard, are out.
All right, so yes, Die Hard eliminated. We had to get it off the poll because of the like issue. We will cover Die Hard again at some point. But our runners-up are what we had to pull from. So this was a tight race, the
Very tight.
tightest this week, between
Yep.
Terminator and Indiana Jones. And
Sorry, Evil Dead. Sorry, Evil Dead, but you did not come close. We'll hope to revisit that at a later date. But it was Indy and Terminator coming down to the wire.
Hopefully from this quote from the movie, you will know what the winner is.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Terminator.
He'll be back. He'll be back, and we'll be back in 1 week covering the Terminator franchise. Lots of good movies. Lots of good movies that I actually haven't seen. I have seen the first two. Actually, no, I've seen the first three, but that's it. Luke, how about you? Familiar with this franchise at all?
I've definitely
cyborgs.
seen the first Terminator at some point in my life. I've seen Terminator 2 a couple of times.
The classic.
I've not seen any of the other ones. So here's the rundown of the Terminator movies. We've got The Terminator, 1984, directed by Jim Cameron.
The best.
Terminator 2, Judgment Day, 1991, the year of my birth, directed by James Cameron. Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, 2003,
Yes.
directed by Jonathan Mostow.
Oh yeah, the Mazda Man.
Didn't have a lot of other great movies. I think, not a lot of great movies from Mostow. Terminator Salvation, 2009, directed by Mick G.
Oh hell yeah, it's a Mick G joint.
Mick
Oh my
G.
gosh, we are in for a special treat when Mick G comes into the play. When Mick G enters the chat, you know that you're in for a good time. So obviously that's probably the best one. What do we have after Mick G hands the torch over to the next wonderful auteur director? That is definitely also a big deal.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mick G didn't get a hold on to the franchise after Salvation. He hands it off.
I don't get it. Yeah.
Hands it off for Terminator Genesis in 2015, which is directed by Alan Taylor.
Man, awesome.
Not
Love the Tool Man.
Alan the Toolman Taylor.
Absolutely. Oh.
Finally, Terminator Dark Fate 2019, directed by Tim Miller.
Deadpool director. We don't know much about it. We're excited. I'm excited to watch. So we'll be coming with an episode next week on the Terminator 1984, directed by Luke's favorite director, James Cameron.
You guys have done it to me again. I'm going to have to cover Jim Cameron one more time. Looking at the cast list for The Terminator, looks like a lot of guys from Aliens are coming back.
Hell
We've
yes.
got Michael Biehn coming back. We've got Bill
Oh, yeah.
Paxton coming back.
Come on again, man.
We've got Lance Hendrickson coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know this cast of killers. Okay.
And
well,
we've got our
I'm
strong
excited.
female lead, Linda Hamilton, leading the way through these movies.
She's no Sigourney, but she'll do.
Perfect. Terminator.
My words, not yours.
Coming
All right,
up.
we'll see you next time, guys.
Goodbye.
Come back.